Hi, my name is Lizzie from Fangirlish, and it's nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too, Lizzie.
Um, I wanted to start by saying I read the book when it came out, like feels like 15, 20 years ago. Oh my God. But I was
20 years ago, yeah.
yes, almost, yeah. And I was in that age when the message of like doesn't matter what you look, sort of like it was perfect for me. And then it feels kind of ironic that it's kind of getting like the Hollywood kind of treatment, and I'm seeing people, and I was watching the movie and I was like, it seems funny to me because the message still applies, but these people are objectively very pretty, even before. So I wanted to ask about that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the pretties is that it's not that Tally or Shay or any of them were really ugly. They were normal kids. Some of them were beautiful. I think there's some evidence in the book that Tally was beautiful before she got the operation. And I think that and I think that's part of the point of the book too, is that when we when we try to live up to certain standards of beauty, it's not about making ourselves more beautiful. It's about fitting ourselves into a certain kind of box. Like the most beautiful people in the world still get up every day and worry about how they look online and how and they still turn those filters on and tune their faces and
Right,
put
they
on
use those
makeup.
apps. Yeah.
So I
No,
don't
yeah.
go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so I don't think that's really like we're off message. I think it's just part of the reality that we all live in now is that what we used to consider normal is ugly, what we used to consider beautiful is normal, and what we used to consider maybe kind of weird looking is what is the new beauty.
Sort of, but I still felt like I wanted to bring it up because I still felt that we did a really good job with the message of in the end, I feel like you can correct me on this, but for me, the message of the book was always you matter regardless of what you look like. In the end,
Right.
the message of the whole series is it's not what you look, it's who you are that matters. And I feel like the movie conveyed that really well. Despite the fact that objectively you can be like, okay, these people are pretty from the beginning. So it's just a fun journey to even look at them and be like they're pretty, but like I guess it also sort of reflects our insecurities because we never looked at ourselves and be like, oh, this is the best. No one gets up and looks at the mirror and says, this is the best I can look. It's my best day ever.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Joey has probably spoken to this as well, that like it doesn't matter who you are, there's always somebody out there who is calling you ugly. There's always somebody who you think is more pretty than you. There's always a reason to worry about the way you look and to feel bad about your look if that's what you're going to let yourself do. And that means the reverse is true. There's always reasons to feel good about yourself, and there's always beauty in who you are, what you do, the way you think, and indeed in all the wrinkles and whorls and weirdnesses of your face.
And I was wanting to bring up, like, it is so funny to me because as I was watching the movie, I was thinking about reading the book like 20 years ago, and I was a teenager. Were you sort of like, I know what idea I've read you talking about how you started the book, but like, were you thinking in the back of your head, like, a teenage girl is gonna read this and think, oh, maybe what I look sort of like doesn't matter as much?
Oh yeah, no, I definitely think it's great to. I mean, I think that having a book where we, sorry, I think it's great that having a story that really approaches this stuff and gets people to talk about it with their friends is what's important, because that's how teenagers learn things, is by talking about it with their friends. And that's the main job of a book like this, is just to raise the issue and let teenagers talk about it amongst themselves.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for teenage me who talked about it with her friends.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you to teenage you for reading.
Have a good day.
Thank you.